Hey guys, welcome to Tars37. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the DC Multiverse Mcfarlane Batman Rebirth action figures. So this is really cool. At least I believe this is from Rebirth. The Rebirth era. It's from Detective Comics 1000, but yeah, so we have 22 moving points of articulation, the Mcfarlane Toys logo, we have 12 and up, we have DC Multiverse, we have the little cuts that shows you everything in the packaging. I have to say, I really like the packaging style. You'll notice there's no Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect part. I really like that because while Build-A-Figures and Collect and Connects are cool, it's kind of nice to be able to get a break from it a little bit, like, it's a cool concept, but I think by not doing it, you're allowing people to pick up more of what they want instead of having to pick up a series. So I do like that concept. Batman Detective Comics 1000, very cool. And I believe they are doing like some kind of Build-A-Batmobile type thing, a little small one. So if you do like that concept, there is still there, it's just not as much. And then up top, we have Batman from Detective Comics 1000. Each figure comes with a collectible trading card. Then we have what I'm assuming is the issue of 1000. It also gives you the year of when it comes out. I really like that. And then on the back, we have like the other characters in the series. So yeah, let's open this up. So here we have Batman. As you can see, he looks pretty cool. I love the sculpt on the face. Definitely Batman looking. I love the eyes. One thing I've noticed that they've done on these, they've like molded the little slits for the eyes. They did the same thing for the animated series figure over there, and it just looks really nice. We got the giant bat symbol looking very cool with the black. I like how it comes across on the gray. There's a little lines on it. One thing I really like, there's this little bit of texture that goes down the side of Batman's suit and also the side of his legs, and it feels a little bumpy, but it's a nice little texture, and they did it on both sides, so I think that's pretty cool. The utility belt is nice too. It has these little indents on each side. You can see where it clips in. There's a lot of pockets for it, so very cool. Then we have the little bat wings on the side. He's got his wrist now. I will say, I did pull on the wrist a little bit, and it seems like, I don't know if mine's breaking or if it's how they're going to do it, but it seems like the whole joint was coming out, whereas on these, just the hands come out. So I believe there is a little bit of a variation to that. The back of the cape is really nice. It's got all these little creases and wrinkles and lines, and it just looks really cool. I like how it comes down the side too. I like how it swings out into the corner. Again, a lot of people, I talked about this in the Batman video, are complaining about these capes because they're rubber, but I think rubber capes are a lot better. Cloth capes are nice, but you know, eventually, like with me, they get on my fingertips and they annoy me, but eventually they'll end up breaking. And I mean, rubber, like, you know, it can be the same way, rubbery plastic, but at the same time, I just have always liked this cape material better, so I'm glad that they're including this. And then you got the trunks there, and then you got the boots. So yeah, let's go over articulation real quick. So with articulation, starting at the head, you have a 360, and it moves very softly, so it's not very stiff, so that's really nice. I know head articulation can be stiff on some of the characters, and that's kind of annoying, but it looks up and down very well. I like that. I like the range of movement in its head. It's got a 360 at the arms, but it's kind of hindered by the cape. It swings out the shoulder. You have double jointed elbows, which are nice. The animated series one doesn't include it. They all include 22 points of articulation, but some of them have like different points of articulation in different areas. There's on swivel, like hinge wrists, so it can like move up and down, and it can also rotate. And again, like I was saying about the arms, so that's a little weird. And then the torso moves, got that weird kind of joint, but kind of cool. The legs come forwards, backwards, and outwards. You have double jointed knees, which are nice. The feet move up and down, and they go side to side. And there's also toe articulation. And really cool, just like the animated series figure, and I believe every figure in this line, they give you a base. I really like that, because while toe articulation is nice, a big problem with toe articulation is it can get loose, or they can break, and it makes it hard for the character to stand on its own. It's actually staying on its own pretty well now. But yeah, I do like that they give you the base because of that. And you get, I don't know if I showed this at the start of the video already, but you get a trading card with each one of these. Very cool. This one's based on Action, or Detective Comics 1000, my bad. There's an Action Comics 1000 Superman in this wave as well, so I got a little confused for a second. But it's got some really nice artwork. You can see Nightwing, Alfred, Batman, Joker, a couple of his other rogues, and then on the back here, you have a bio of the Batman from this comic, and it's a pretty big bio. I actually really like these cards. Like, I know a lot of people are complaining about them, saying like they're too kiddie, but I actually think they're pretty nice. I think they're nicely illustrated, and I think it's cool that it tells you what Batman it's necessarily from. For accessories, you do get a Batarang, which is pretty cool. It's different from the animated series one. This one is more kind of like, you know, just kind of like more like a bat, whereas the other one doesn't have the top ones like the animated series didn't have, and it slides in his hand. It fits right there. And and I'm really impressed with how well he's standing, because the animated series one did have a little bit of issue, but he's kind of top heavy. And my favorite accessory from this, and probably my favorite accessory from Mcfarlane at this point, is the grapnel gun. It looks so cool. So it's got this little canister here and a handle. It's got the silver thing, and then it's got this little springy cord that's shooting out a batarang or a grapnel, and it looks really nice. I like it. It's silver. It looks really good. Now this is non-detachable, but it is pretty cool. Like, I mean, look at that. The head articulation, the way you can move it up so well, it actually looks like he's firing to grapple onto something. That's pretty cool. Like, you could also, like, move this down a little bit in your collection if you want to. You don't have to have it in a firing upwards pose, because there's a lot of ways Batman can use the grapnel. But yeah, it just looks so cool. I love this little accessory. I think it's neat. And overall, I think Mcfarlane is doing a great job. I really don't understand the complaints that everybody's giving them, because they're 22 points of articulation. They're incredibly well detailed, and I'll admit the 7-inch, like, I wasn't too big a fan of them going to 7-inch, but you know, if I can bring in my Black Manta over here from the DC Multiverse range, you can see it's really not that off. Like, some figures it does look really weird, like with this Batman, when you put him beside Shazam and he's taller than Shazam, it looks weird. It looks a little weird beside of Arrow too, but some of the figures that Mattel did were actually pretty tall, so it does fit in pretty well with some of them. Like, it doesn't bother me, at least not as much as I thought it would, and I like it. You know, they feel like they're made really nice. I don't feel like they're going to snap on me like some of the Multiverse ones, and yeah, I think this is a really good figure, and I definitely recommend picking these up. Thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe, and have a blessed day.